Wait, guys. YouTube, we're live. We're also live on TikTok, and we're going to go live on Instagram shortly. So we were just having a general chat. Thanks, Linsbury. I appreciate you. Guys, literally, my nail lady's on holiday, and I'm literally like out here looking like an idiot, but God, by God's grace, willing Tuesday. I don't let anyone touch my hand. So yeah, we're outside in the trenches. Oh, hi, Bando. You're all right. Anyway, let's get into it. I'm a mega church cult survivor of 18 years. I spent 18 years in a mega church cult. Now I come on live and I expose them. And today I've decided to do, because you know me, if I don't have a focus, I just start going off, and then I just get like, you know what, off the internet. It just gets locked off. And please like up the live. Thanks, guys. I'm going to be doing up a little chapter from this book, Broken Trust. It's by a survivor, and then he's turned into like an author, and he's written about his experience. And you know what? This is a really good book. I'd recommend this, Broken Trust. Went to KAC last Wednesday, and energy felt really weird. KAC is a church cult chair. Do you know what I'm saying? I pulled up receipts. I had receipts there. Do you know what? Yeah. Again, KAC, I would say, is more at the level of Caris. Okay. It's not a mega church. Caris, RPF, NGRM, KAC, they're not mega churches. They haven't done enough. All right. That's like the lower echelons when you're looking at like the mega church world, because you've got like the Benny Hinns, the Ayadapos, and then you've got like, and then some people don't have like as many churches, but they're like on their level of like richness and like popularity, because popularity also comes into it. Example, Archbishop Duncan Williams, he doesn't have the way that Dag has indoctrinated his children, whatever you want to call it, yeah, is he's indoctrinated us to see, like, have respect for Archbishop Duncan Williams as what he's done in terms of the mega church notoriety. Sorry guys, I've had a little, and in Ghana, and you know, breaking into the Americanized, you know, televangelist world. But Dag has way more church cults than Archbishop Duncan Williams, with 6,000 members, 6,000 church cults in Africa alone. All right. So he kind of indoctrinated us to respect Archbishop Duncan Williams, but not to see him above him. Does that make sense? Because narcissists, yeah, they're so sly. I can't even, you know, to begin to unpack it and unravel it. It's very subtle. And this is what I'm getting onto today. But I wanted to give you a little intro into, you know, what my cult leaders like, and a little taster and a feeler into what I'm going to be discussing today. Thank you, Lucia, because people know like what I've been trying to survive. Like, I've just, you know, I could have deleted myself. Like, I've tried my best to get myself up into nature, to come onto the live. The survivors know. And I just want to say, like, big up everyone that's on here. Posh G, I'm just in a zone trying to, because the way my mental health's been, I'm just getting out of whatever depressive, manic, whatever episode it was. Yeah. And I love it, babe. I really do appreciate you. What tune is this? Oh my, I thought this was Ain't It Funny. Oh no, child. What's J-Lo doing up? Is J-Lo doing up Spanish tunes now? Because you lot know I was in the cult. That's what I'm saying. Like, these people need to really not have my name in their mouth, because what it is, yeah, is I don't know half of the tunes that they know, because I was really in there. It felt like ritualism. I don't know. Oh, yeah. I do get that vibe from that pastor, though. I'm not going to lie. Guys, like up the live. I've had a little topple. That's why I'm on Leah JL. Do you know what I'm saying? All right. I want to get into this. Feel free to write in the comments. Keep exposing, gal. Oh, Bizzo, big yourself up in the car. Thanks, babe. I do find what you cover very interesting. It's very different. It is very different, babe, because the energy is different. It's not what I'm talking about. A lot of people try and talk about it. People have been talking about it. It's the energy. It's who I am. Do you get what I'm saying? And they don't like it because I'm confident and I know who I am. But why should I apologize for being who I am? Do you get what I'm saying? When I was trapped in a prison for 18 years of my life, do you know what I mean? I was in a celibate marriage. You know, this is my time to be free. This is my time, you know, my whole 20s, my best of my 30s. Like, I'm not here to play games. Oh, thanks, Bizzo. You must be a king. Because if you're intrigued, you're definitely a king. And you definitely like nice, expensive things, rare things, collector's items perhaps. And you're very wise if you're intrigued. Guys, you've got to allow me small, because I've literally been in a depressive episode and I'm just here enjoying myself with no man. So if I'm getting a little convo in the chat, I'm going to entertain it. It depends. Hit me up, message me. If you tell me what it's about, what it includes, then we can chat about it. Yeah. All right. So chapter 6, from broken trust, and that's exactly what happens, guys. And I was trying to look for shattered glass, because that's what it's like. Your heart shatters. It's like imagine your heart's a glass and it just shatters into pieces. How you got to stick all those pieces back together, because they ain't helping you share. When it was about you building and visitation and going out and recruiting people and doing the most and some, you were doing more for them than you did for your own mother and father. And now that you're having a little mental health episode and you can't get yourself out of the bed, they're nowhere to be found. They're nowhere to be found. They don't have the time. They've got sheep. They've got souls to win. They've got, so it's not about your soul, because they've given you 6 months. They've given you a year. You should know better. That's what it turns into, because now they have to discard you. They have to keep it moving, because they're just on a conveyor belt. And if you're not going along with them and you don't catch up, then they leave you. It's not even like you're for them or against them. There's that. And then there's the speed of things, because some people don't clock it's a call and walk out. Some people because people are walking in there with severe mental health, undiagnosed mental health, and this experience will exasperate mental health. It exasperates it, and people don't understand why. And it can also be like what I find with the women, especially women who have undiagnosed BPD or pre-existing mental health issues. They come in and they put this ideology of perfection, because everything in there is about perfection, purity, do the right things. But then there's a case, I've seen a lot of cases with women where the relationship doesn't work out. And then that's their spiral. So there's a lot of unstable girls, mentally unstable women that are married. They've got this whole family, everything. And if that bubble was burst, that's their whole reality. Their whole self comes crumbling down. This is my cult leader in the background, because YouTube, you can't see it. This is my cult leader, Daggy with Mills. This is me adoringly looking into his eyes, because that's the level of worship that you need. Do you know what? Let me try and go down a bit, but I don't think even if I go down, if it's going to help. Oh yeah, it might do. Let me put my thing there. All right, they can see a bit better on there, and then I'll move you guys here. Yeah, because you lot can't really see Wagwan. So this is, thanks, babe. So this chapter 6 that we're talking about is symptoms of a toxic leader. Okay. So this is based off Tom Rayner. He's a consultant who has quantified 14 symptoms of a toxic leader. And so what's his name? What Deirdre has done is he's kind of put this into bite-sized bullet points that are digestible, that we can understand and help to deconstruct and deprocess us, guys. Because I've moved positions. I've got to move these pillows, chair. I'm on YouTube. Hey, YouTube. All right. So the first one is that and guys, I want to say that Deirdre is still a Christian. So there is going to be a bit of a, Christian bias lens, but I still think he's quite good in kind of keeping a balance with the ABUSE, justice, do you know what I mean? When we need to take, things further. Thank you, Lynn's Braids, and gets a good balance with the scriptures and Christianity. That's just my perspective. However, for now, I haven't read this book in a long time. I've just grabbed it because I needed a focus. So if at some points are a bit religious, I will just skip them. Thanks, Lynn's Braids, because we're not here to do up religion. Do you know what I mean? I've just spent a couple of days on the beach in the trees. That's where I want to be. Do you know what I mean? And if I'm visiting a building, where I'm taking time from breathing in the fresh air and being able to view the clouds and ground in the grass, etc., that is because I'm extremely worried about survivors that are part of the collective that are extremely vulnerable. And there are some survivors, unfortunately, that just aren't going to be able to live outside of the domains and the controls of a religious environment. And for that reason, I'll put myself through the trauma of revisiting these environments so that I can say, okay, I don't completely agree with the doctrine. I would never, I don't want to say never, but it doesn't resonate, and it's not for me within. I don't see why I'd spend 4 to 6 out to the whole day in a building when I could be out in nature, you know, doing activities with my girls or watching them build beautiful memories in nature and take wonderful pictures. It just doesn't compare. It just doesn't compare. Yeah, because I live in the present. I don't live in the clouds, and I don't live off the back of and in the hope of, you know, invisible blessings and what I can get in an afterlife that's not promised and that I've never seen in my life. I prefer to capture the moment in the present with my children that are here and now, in which I need to teach, that look to me, do you know what I mean, for guidance, to provide, not to have my head in the clouds and be in a building whilst my kids are fully neglected. But anyway, I digress. Let's get into the points. There will be ins and outs, guys, because there are points that I just cannot brush over. Do you know what I mean? Because I think to myself, the beautiful days that I've spent with my children outdoors in nature, where are these people's kids when they're spending 24 hours a day? So you're going to tell me you're here doing up this so-called preaching or whatever, indoctrination, you're doing that for hours and hours. You've spent no time with your children. Do you know how quick it goes? One day your kids are like born, the next they're like going to secondary school, they're a teenager. The time goes fast. You can't get that time back. This revolving door of recycled religious people from different CCs, different cults, different religious institutions, you're going to get that for the rest of your life, and it's going to drain you out. And so is it going to drain out your marriage. You know them ones. So this is a bit of advice for any, you know, cult leaders, aka PASTORSs, that are calling me the DEVIL, this, that, and the third. Please focus on your kids, yeah, and the marriages, because that is very important. So as you're here saying this, that, and the third, hey Featherstone, please focus on that, yeah, because you know, like I'm like, we're in 2025, babe. Like, how do you, like, it's like if somebody's coming to advise me or coming to say something to me, it's like, you want me to believe you. Okay, I'm going to believe you by the way you look. Because, babe, I am in a really low position at the moment, but you wouldn't even know that that's what I'm doing up. So if you've let go of your parents completely, then things are really bad. Do you understand what I'm saying, guys? It's like when we see, so for example, this is something I want to talk about, and I want to put a warning up here, yeah? I want to talk about my heart first in this before I start talking about it. Hey, Featherstone, because I've been many different sizes throughout my life, and this is no way to, you know, highlight on, you know, people who are maybe, you know, on the larger side of it. That's not what I'm doing. I'm doing this in context to religious trauma, because I know that people even, you know, like comfort eat, they use it as codependency. That's what I did a lot of as well, because you just exchange like the addictions. You get what I'm saying? So if it was drinking before, it will be food. It will be something like that you can do that's seen as legal in the cult, because these things are seen as sin, which is translated into it being illegal. Do you understand? It's like that's what, but it's actually deeper than illegal. It's like sin onto unalivement. It's, oh my gosh, it's so RADICAL in there. It's like night and day. It's like black and white. There's just no in between. There's no other colors. There's no exploration of the spectrum of wonderful colors that are. Imagine, do you know how I can describe a cult? Imagine your life in black and white. Do you know what? I'd love to like do a series or so. I need to get writing again, you know, because I really enjoy screenplay writing. Because how I would describe it, Lucia, you're on fire. This girl is 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 on fire. I hope you felt that, girl. I hope you felt that. Yeah, get me. That's what I do up for the mods when I'm not even seeing the comments, chair. I'm not even, it's just flowing like a river. Don't play with us, babe. We're not the ones, chair. We're not the ones. You might not like what I say, but what I say is what I say. I might tell a joke, but I ain't gonna tell her. I might tell a joke, but I ain't gonna tell her. I might tell a joke, church, but I ain't gonna tell her. I ain't gonna tell a lie. I hope so, babe. There was definitely energy in that chair. And all I do is recharge, because I'm not here to wear myself out. I'm 38, babe. Do you know? And I've, you know, even into my 40s, I've still got a chance to get a nice strapping, you know, older man. Do you get me? A strapping, because then I'll be young. So I don't care. All right, let's get into it, guys. I don't want to get out of what we're talking about. All right. So this is the first one, and this is in terms of, you know, a religious context, but I thought, let me throw this in because this is important. So they rarely demonstrate the fruit of the Spirit, Galatians 5:22-23. So he's listed them here as, do you know what? I have to stop. Because with Galatians 5:22, yeah, and with all of the scriptures that, most of the scriptures that they use in this setting, healing, GC, and the cup, it is manipulated and twisted, and it's taken out of context. So to these indoctrinated, RADICAL, hello, the 152 of you on my FYP, they see fruits of the Spirit as outreach, recruitment, doing, works plus salvation, works plus faith equals salvation. One of them came on my live the other day and said, that's a scripture. I said, no, it isn't. I said, faith without works is unalive. That's the scripture. Faith plus works equals salvation. That is a false doctrine. That's what we use, babe, as an analogy to show that you feel like you have to be doing up works coupled with your faith to equal salvation. Salvation is a free gift. It's given as you believe in Jesus Christ as your Lord and Savior. You accept that free gift. It's got nothing to do with works. It's unmerited favor. It's a free gift. And that's the point, so that no man can boast in that. Do you understand what I'm saying? It's the blood of Jesus Christ that is supposed to save us. The blood is supposed to speak. Don't play with me, babe. Because if I want to preach, I can preach today. I was ready yesterday. I was ready last week. I'll be ready tomorrow, and I'll be ready forevermore, babe. Because the 18 years of false doctrine, babe, I can be up there with any top preacher doing up whatever, preaching and doing it up, babe. Because not only am I, babes, there's too many gifts here, babe. There's too many gifts. Do you know what I mean? Let's not go there. The gifts and callings and without repent. I don't care. The gifts have come from God, and that's on period, point blank. Do you know what I mean? I don't have time for it anymore. I'm not, you know, all of this fake humility that they do up and whatever. We don't have time for it. We're just real here. This is real life. We're living real life in the real world. Yeah. So I had to highlight that the fruits is not the fruits in the scriptures, because they're not going by the scriptures. They're going by what the mob has told them. They're going by what the cult leader has taught them in their narcissistic mind. It's a dark mind. Remember, they bring them into their bubble of psychosis. So it's a fantasy island. It's a fantasy kingdom where they all live. And the cult leader is the king of the fantasy kingdom. So they change the meanings of things. They've created their own kingdom. And in the kingdom, the reason why people come across psychotic is because they change its spiritual currency, soft life in the car. So they change the currency, the meaning of things. So it's not about prettiness. It's about virtues, being a Proverbs 31 woman. So the most unfortunate looking women can be an actress and act the part. And then once they get married and they get the kids and the man's trapped, then they start to show their true colors. Then the man starts going and making friends with other women. Yeah. All right. And that's because that wasn't even who he wanted in the first place, but he's been coerced to be doing up that. Nothing's real in there. It's all an illusion. It's an illusion. Everything in there is an illusion. Yeah. It's all acting. Everything. It's a big play. It's an act. Every Sunday is a theatrical performance that they put on, and they rehearse very hard. They polish it until they can't polish it anymore, to the point of it not being able to be polished. And then they'll be indoctrinating you in there and they'll be like, oh, this is not for us. This is for them. This is so that they might be saved. Da, 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 da. Your time, your gifts, your talent. You know, what's triggered me as well is that I've got this survivor. I'm not going to say too much, but they're still in the cult. So they're not a survivor. They're actually a member. I'm from the UK. Can't you hear my accent? But do you know what? A lot of wealthy men have told me that it's hard sometimes to place my accent because I sound so cultured. A lot of wealthy and whitey men have told me that, actually. So do you know what? I'm in the UK, because I was going to say, you know, but I just occurred. But you know, when I'm speaking to that caliber of man, you know, my voice is a little bit more like this. You know, and I just kind of get into bonjour, you know, I kind of just, I don't know, I'm just on 10 when I'm around them, because, you know, they've got the money. So it's like, it all becomes like real, do you know what I mean? So I just go into that role. They love it though. You know, like wealthy men, they love eccentric women because they like to be seen. And even the ones that are like low key, they love a beautiful woman to like be the entrance, to be, you know, like the star. Everybody, they love it. Oh, you're in Australia. Oh, I'd love to visit Australia. Welcome. Ooh, I've reached there. That's encouraging to know. Good day, mate. You guys are the criminals, isn't it? That was sent from the UK. I'm just, you know me, I'm a bit of a truth teller, but that was the people that they sent to Australia. So welcome. You'll fit in here. And you know what? I love barbecues and I love kangaroos. Is that a bit stereotypical? But welcome. I do love an Aussie. All right, so let's look at the gifts of the Spirit. Hey, Sonna, manifest. So the fruits of the Spirit, according to Galatians 5:22, is love, joy, peace, kindness, goodness, faith, gentleness, and self-control, which none of these cult leaders display. But you know, like the minimum person that just attends doesn't display the fruits of the Spirit. All right, the leader doesn't display the fruits, and this is the issue. It's like there's a lot of talk, but there's no walking with the talking. There's a lot of teaching, but there's no practicing with the there's no practice what you're teaching or you're preaching. That's the issue. And then you're going to come on and be blaming me and holding me accountable for your lack of attendance when this is the truth that's being said. I'm happy when I go in the comments and I see people looking for a new religious institution and someone names Caris and they say, oh, I've heard about that one. That one's BAD. Yeah, that's right. That's right. That's right. Because my cousins have suffered. And that's what I call them, cousins, because Caris is actually a sister cult to First Love and all denominations affiliated, and no, all denominations that come under Dag Heward-Mills. All right. And what I'm going to start doing, guys, is I want to introduce you soon to Bishop Joshua Heward-Mills. All right. So start to have the name in your head, because I've just been preparing myself to expose Joshua, because you know that whole episode, yeah, it brings a lot of trauma. And they know I know more than I should know about Joshua Heward-Mills. They know that. You know that, and I know that, don't you? Why? Why is it that I know about Bishop Joshua Heward-Mills? Why do I know about him? Anyway, I'm going to be starting a series. I'm going to be doing it up where I'm going to be talking about Joshua, because if Dag thinks that he's going to slip away and Joshua's going to come to get the crown, that's just not how it's going to work. That's not how it's going to work, because I can say stuff without having to say stuff, you know, them ones, because I was there and I saw and I heard. Oh, look, that guy from Australia said, yeah, we're all crooks. Oh, I love that. Oh, we would get on well then. Oh my gosh, have you got a big house out there? Have you got a lot of land? What are you doing up out there, babe? All right. So let's get to the second point, guys. They seek a minimalist structure of accountability. So I just want to say with that, so there is no expression of the fruits of the Spirit, okay? There's no peace, there's no kindness. What they do is they will put on a facade of kindness or a facade of an interest in your life. But that is either because they want something, because they want money, they want to try and see what kind of job you got, to see if you're useful to them in some type of way, if you've got any gifts, whatever. Because they literally put people up, guys. They've got spreadsheets. They tell us to make lists. I've been a shepherd. I've been there. High ranking member, like closer than even like high ranking pastors would. Like I've put things in lists. I regret it. Like now, obviously now, it's years later, I got a new phone. When you leave, all you want to do is delete stuff. But luckily, I've got stuff on my email, which they've tried to hack. They hacked my LinkedIn. They got my LinkedIn taken down. I got all the receipts. I had to contact them to get it reinstated. They've been messing around with my email. I've only just got that sorted out. Because I was in the cult for too long, not to, even if it's a few receipts, it's enough. Along with the other survivors that have come with their receipts. And I'm sick and tired of it. Do you know what I mean? At first, they were denying that. So in the beginning, you didn't know me. Now I'm ungrateful. Now I'm a Judas. Now it's the DEVI. Oh, whatever, man. Make up your mind, babe. 1 minute is one thing, the next minute is another. No, I'm in the city. I get a train to work there, and there are a lot of wallabies. Oh, that's nice. Oh, I like this guy's vibe there. I like his vibe. Oh, you seem really sweet. I'd love to see a wallaby. That's so cute. Oh, well, I hope you have a really nice life. I do wish you like the best, and you know, to find someone that you really truly love and you can spend a life with if you haven't already, because that's really important. You know, I'm past all of that, but for you, I wish it for you. All right, guys, let's move on to the next point. Seek a minimalist structure of accountability. They answer to no one and lead in a strong top-down fashion. Remember I was saying, guys, it's very like top heavy. Oh, but I want you guys to see me though. Oh, there we go. There we go. It's a top down. Oh, let me move this round because you know that's just giving the ghetto chair. Because you know they watch absolutely everything I do. They don't even have as much sheets as me, but they'll be talking about my sheets and talking about this and that. You know them ones. Anyway, there's a top down heavy structure. So again, this is evidence in the pyramid scheme. And you will find that, oh, guys, I need to go on Instagram, man. Oh, no. You'll find that in any church cult. Hello, 134 of you on my FYP. Are you enjoying it? Are you enjoying sitting on the sidelines? I look a mess, chair. Hi, Insta. It's Leah, your favorite mega church cult survivor. Just getting over my depressive episode I have. I've been on YouTube and Instagram for a while, on TikTok, sorry. So we're just going to jump straight in. I've been sharing from Broken Trust, from Deirdre. He's a former survivor turned, I don't even know what he is, some sort of specialist in this cult world anyway. And there's a chapter 6 on this. And this is a really good book for survivors on symptoms of a toxic leader. So we looked at, they rarely demonstrate the fruit of the spirit. The problem with this is that they indoctrinate people to see fruit of the spirit as work. So evangelism, aka recruitment, mindless clanging cymbal type of mind altering practices in the form of tongues, all of those kind of things. So just wasting their life, wasting their time, and labeling it as fruits of the spirit. Yeah. So fruits of the spirit is, just to reiterate, because a lot of them don't know. Yeah, but in there it's very subtle how they change it, because they say that this is the fruits of this. It bears the outreach, the souls, it bears the fruits of the spirit. That's how they twist it. Do you see how they twist it, when it should be something that is innate and within you? So these people will be like having HATE in their heart. And remember, Christ said, as a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. That's why he says, he who is without sin, cast the first stone. Because even though the guy hadn't committed adultery, he had sinned with lust with his eyes. So he's saying that's the same as thinking it. Because why? It's the intent. When someone unalives someone, the difference is, was it premeditated? Was it out of passion of love? Like, what was it? That's going to be determined